we have a second program where, with other volunteers, that we are on 5 days a week where we send drivers out. Boy, when you go in these houses, it is just amazing. You may be the only thing going into the cupboard. I remember one time I took an order over, and I'm not usually a driver, but we just had so many orders on that day. And it was a family, and they were sleeping on towels on the floor. There's not a stick of furniture in the house. There was a young girl about this high, and then a young boy who was in high school, and the mother who had just gotten out of the hospital. And they had just gotten their first Section 8 housing. And so I brought the groceries in, and I asked the little girl if she wanted to help me. She takes the jar of USDA peanut butter out and proceeded to dance around the room singing to this jar of peanut butter. And when I was putting some cheese and some eggs, because we always try to give eggs, into the refrigerator, I mean, we were just talking about nothing, absolute nothing. And it really makes you feel how truly needed the USDA and all the food that's volunteered by members of the community and the congregations and the Boy Scouts. I mean, just dire need. And we don't even appreciate it. I mean, I live in a world that doesn't begin to contemplate what it must be like to not be able to feed my child dinner.
America is the land of plenty. Yet in this land of plenty, not everyone gets enough to eat.
After I had to stop work, it was just rough. Ain't nothing much, man. Probably the refrigerator was almost bare.
Kids do behave differently when they're hungry. They're agitated, their stomach is hurting, they're frustrated, they're looking at the parents as, you know, where's my food?
I think I was concerned. I was pretty young and I wasn't working at that time. So I was concerned as to how I was going to feed the baby and how I was going to have enough to feed myself also.
Although it remains a challenge, hunger in America is less of a problem today than it was in the past, thanks in large part to nutrition assistance programs administered by the Food and Nutrition Service, FNS, an agency of the U.S. Department of Agriculture and its partners in communities all across America.
And I really would be lost now, because it's been 3 years of going through this. Without the program, I might be homeless.
People are coming in here not because they want to, they need food to feed their children, to feed themselves.
Since I've been coming here, I've been taking my nutrition a bit more seriously.
In the beginning, I used to eat a lot of fatty food, but now it's like every food I'm cooking, I put in vegetables, you know, and then every morning I have breakfast. It seemed like a small thing, but you know, when you do it daily, it's really helping you a lot.
We not only nourish the children for today by providing them with good, healthy meals, but hopefully we give them the opportunity to learn and develop healthy eating habits that will last a lifetime.
Established in 1969 to administer several food assistance programs, FNS has kept pace with changing situations and needs of low-income Americans. Today, through its partnerships with state agencies and retailers, and the efforts of schools, faith-based and neighborhood organizations, local governments, and Congress, FNS is reaching more Americans in need than ever before. Its 15 programs form a nutrition safety net that improves the diets and lives of tens of millions of American children, seniors, families, and disaster victims. FNS's largest program, SNAP, formerly the Food Stamp Program, illustrates how the agency's efforts have grown and evolved. Stamps and coupons have been replaced by more convenient and confidential EBT debit cards. The emphasis is on healthy foods and nutrition education. And every $5 in new SNAP benefits generates over $9 in total economic activity, both within local communities and well beyond.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. I'd rather have my children being fed than to hear their stomachs growling all the time.
I can buy a whole week's worth of groceries, talking about carrots beets, tomatoes, corn at the farmer's market and really save a lot of money.
I look at food as fuel. So if I'm not properly nourished, I will not be able to function at 100%. That's how I look at how this program will help me.
WIC, the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, serves almost half of all infants and about a quarter of all children up to 5 years old in the United States. Not only does WIC provide food assistance and essential education, but by preventing low birth weights and nutrition-related birth defects, it saves taxpayers millions of dollars in healthcare costs.
I think WIC it's a nice program. It gives you different ideas on different things or foods that you can cook with your children.
So when I went to go apply, it actually did help. When I opened up my refrigerator, it didn't look as empty as it did before. So yeah, it's really helpful. My self-esteem came a little bit higher speaking to the WIC workers and they explaining everything to me.
By nourishing young bodies and minds and teaching healthful habits, FNS's school-based programs give all children a greater opportunity to learn, thrive, and succeed.
This is a program where we have at-risk children. I've seen several children come through my program, even this year, who really needed the meals, who come in and they eat, and they eat, and they eat. And I let them do that because they really need it. They get a good meal, and that makes me feel good. I know that we're doing the right thing here.
It's a real privilege to teach these children about nutrition and see them every day at breakfast and lunch coming through the lines and telling me, Miss Robin, I ate my vegetables last night, I ate my fresh fruit. That's really rewarding.
Obesity in America has increased dramatically, especially among children. FNS and its partners are working to reverse this trend by educating families and children about healthy eating, making smart food choices, and maintaining an active lifestyle.
The most important thing about teaching the kids is getting to live an active lifestyle, not only when they're in the PE education classroom as well as outside of the classroom. They walk throughout the school, and most of them get about 1 mile to 2 miles a day. Those students that do walk, their test scores are a lot higher, they're more alert during class.
We love contributing to the health of our nation's children.
In addition to assisting individuals and families, FNS sponsors programs that provide food to senior citizens, Indian reservations, food banks, food pantries, and soup kitchens. And when disaster strikes, FNS supplies emergency food that helps save lives.
A major portion of what we do, I would say 40–50% of our food, core food, is coming from the USDA. For example, last month we got from the USDA, thank heaven, chickens and 3-pound bags of frozen blueberries. I mean, things that I'm normally able to get my hands on, and it was absolutely wonderful.
It makes a big difference coming here getting food. It makes a big difference because there's been times where my freezer and refrigerator was bare. That I appreciate so much.
It's customer service, and so if you can kind of put a smile on someone's face towards the end of the day, that's pretty good for me.
For 40 years, wherever there has been hunger, USDA's Food and Nutrition Service has been there, improving lives and helping to ensure a healthy future for children and families. The dedicated civil servants of FNS thank their many partners for making these programs a success. Much has been achieved, and we look forward to doing even more together as we invite everyone in this great country to join us.